The name of that resident is Blitzercup.
What?
His
original name was Blitzercup?
Files may lead you to believe.
What?
No.
That's crazy, dude.
The name of this resident is Bitter Titter. He was originally going to be called.
Wait a second. No. What? I can't. Hey everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome back to Think Reacts, where today we're reacting to a Garten of Banban video, The Secrets of BITTERGIGGLE. I feel like this one's gonna be interesting because, like, what can we see? Like, yeah, look. Yeah, dude, it's narrated by Ty Coker, which, if you guys follow Garten of Banban, you know that is the actual voice actor of the Jester, or BITTERGIGGLE. So this is BITTERGIGGLE telling BITTERGIGGLE's secrets about himself. Cool. Let's go.
Should you be unfortunate enough to find yourself within the lower levels of Banban's kindergarten, you might find yourself facing a very strange sight.
Like the 4th level?
An underground kingdom lit by the colorful hues of the giant mushrooms that populate the area.
I thought it was more purple than that,
Ruling over this kingdom is a giant kangaroo queen.
Wait, why are we talking about her?
Served by a few incredibly loyal residents. And among these residents is one that has gone through so many changes during development, and also perhaps one of Garten of Banban's most iconic characters.
Really?
The name of that resident is Blitzercup.
What? His original name was Blitzercup?
Files may lead you to believe.
What?
No.
That's crazy, dude.
The name of this resident is Bitter Titter. He was originally going to be called.
Wait a second. No. What? I can't. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to watch the rest of this. Bro, I gotta say, Ty is the GOAT, because he said that with a he said it with a straight face, dude. Oh my goodness. Do we need to go back? No, we don't. We don't go back, because I will have another laughing fit and we'll never get through this. Whew. I needed that. That was a good laugh. Thank you, BITTERGIGGLE. Okay. I'm gonna be serious now. No, I'm not, but I'm gonna try and stop. Whew. Okay.
Name was changed for one last time. To
BITTERGIGGLE.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, jeez, please don't do another one.
BITTERGIGGLE.
All right.
The Garten of Banban casts each have their own detailed story and personality. And that's what makes Garten of Banban unique. Join me on the 4th episode of the Banban Chronicles. It's
been a long time, right?
Ty Coker, the voice actor of the character that the episode revolves around, BITTERGIGGLE. A series where we dedicate each episode to discussing the history and secrets of a member of the Garten of Banban
that almost gave me a seizure the way they were going across the screen there. Look at this. Oh. All right, we got a little intro going here. Okay, yeah, these are all the tapes.
The ending of Garten of Banban 3 warns the player of a mysterious threat referred to as
the Jester. We did not know his name at that
while
point.
Not seen physically in the game, a collectible journal named the Smudged Poster depicts a strange figure never seen before in any of the games.
We did see him. We didn't see him.
At the time, many correctly theorized is this Jester that we are cautiously told not to let find us.
Yeah.
This was the introduction to what would later become a major character in the franchise.
True, until he
this
died.
This figure is tall and humanoid.
He's not
Most
tall.
Strikingly, he was vertically split into two colors, purple and green.
Okay.
Which
Why?
begs
Why
the
those
question,
colors? Why those colors?
is this always how BITTERGIGGLE was intended to look like? The answer is
Don't
no!
go with the bitter titter
And there's a
thing.
big
Make it look
story
really
behind
weird.
the process that led to the creation
gonna
of
get over
BITTERGIGGLE.
that.
During the development of Garten of
Okay.
Banban 3,
Yeah.
the Euphoric brothers felt that it would be a cool idea to add a character with two heads, with each head having a personality of its own.
I'm not gonna say
They went to
anything.
the drawing board, where many concepts would be created and discarded until the best one remained.
Hey, one of those is
This was
me.
done using
Remember,
the
I was a
process
voice
elimination.
of one of them?
In the end, there remained 3 final potential concepts.
Oh,
which
Kamataki
were
Tamataki.
a 4-legged creature with a cat head and a dog head.
That would have been
a
cute.
4-legged creature with a turtle head and a chameleon
And they ended up
head.
using it.
Sound familiar?
Yeah.
And a creature that didn't have 2 heads per se, but his body split into 2 different contrasting sides.
I think they went with the right
The
one.
4-legged creature with a cat head and a dog head was the next to be eliminated.
Yep.
Permanently banished to the dark
Permanently,
realm of
but
scrapped Banban concepts.
Couldn't we get like a kitty doggy-saurus?
Wait, is that where Zolphius lives? This left one hard final decision to be made. Who gets the Banban hammer next?
Neither, because
The turtle and the chameleon?
No, they didn't get
or
hammered.
the two-sided freak that looks very much like a jester.
yeah.
If you've played the Garten of Banban games, you probably already know what the conclusion was.
Yeah, but they kept
The
that
final
character.
decision
They kept
was
the other
to add
character.
both.
Yes,
One as a
there we
boss
go,
fight
okay.
in Garten of Banban 3, and one as a major aspect to the kingdom that the player would visit in Garten of
multiple
Banban
games.
4, where they would officially be a
6,
jester.
7, and
just
5
like
maybe,
that,
who knows?
The first 2 members of the Mutants family were created, forever
Mutants
bonded by the
family.
fact that originally
Aren't they all
only one of
mutants?
them was supposed to make the cut.
No more
We
mutants.
don't talk about Zolphius. But even though the two-sided jester as a concept was established, it still needed a remarkable color scheme.
There we go
And
with the
it
Minecraft
wasn't originally
texture.
the green and purple
Ooh,
we
yeah,
know
that's what I wanted to
BITTERGIGGLE
know. What
for
colors?
today. BITTERGIGGLE was originally
Ooh,
going to be
I like
yellow
that.
on the
I
smoother
don't hate
half
that.
that's now green, and light blue on the scruffy half that's
Okay.
now purple. A color scheme that was
Wait.
recycled and applied to
That's
one of the
me!
experimental
I just
jesters in
realized.
Garten of Banban
Me!
4.
That was
Speaking of
that was
the
mine.
experimental jesters,
That
they
was
weren't
my
originally
jester.
called experimental jester. They were originally
I was
called
the original-
hybrids, as can be
well,
seen
I'm a
on the
hybrid, but I
file
was the
names of their
original
voice lines.
BITTERGIGGLE.
But this is
I almost
far
said
from
it.
the only BITTERGIGGLE-related content found in the game
Yes,
files
dude, I was the
that
original
wasn't
BITTERGIGGLE.
shared
It's amazing.
publicly. Did you know that as of Garten of Banban 0,
Okay.
BITTERGIGGLE by far and large has the highest amount of unused voice lines, spanning from his debut in Garten of Banban
You would
4
know that,
all
huh?
the way to Garten of Banban 0? This is, in part, thanks to the great amount of unused laughs that never made it into the game.
jeez. How
Take a
many
listen
laughs
to a
did
few
you
of
do,
them.
Ty? Oh my. Bro. Dude. These are so scary.
I remember back recording for Garten of Banban
Yeah,
4,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
Okay.
workshopping the laugh, not 100% sure what the brothers wanted, so I gave them a huge variety of tones to pick from. Surprisingly, they ended up going with the higher-pitched laughs that are closer to how I laugh naturally, so...
Wait, that's how you laugh
That's fun.
naturally?
In terms of actual voice lines where words are spoken, BITTERGIGGLE doesn't fall short either.
What
In Garten of Banban
was that a
6,
code?
BITTERGIGGLE has 2 unused voice lines. Take a listen.
Let's go! This is our only chance! Let's do this! I'll fix the levers down here. You cover me from up there!
In Garten of Banban 7, during the rooftop chase
Yeah,
sequence
yeah,
with the
yeah.
notified BITTERGIGGLE,
Right before he
was
dies?
originally meant to intermittently scream random jokes that make absolutely no sense.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Take a listen.
Oh.
did the sheep say? A car! What do you call a leaf that sneezes?
This had
A
to be
leaf that
scrapped
sneezes?
because
Why?
it would have been difficult to listen to BITTERGIGGLE as you were running away from
No,
him.
I think it would have
So
been
instead,
amazing.
It was replaced entirely with crazed laughs. 2 of these crazed laughs also ended up being unused. Take a listen.
Oh man. Holy. Oh. Oh, I like that
and
one.
These are far from the only unused content related to BITTERGIGGLE.
Why are they all last?
As with most other
Well, actually,
characters,
there's some lines, I
BITTERGIGGLE
guess.
2 remains part of many unused scripts and sequences, once again spanning from Garten of Banban 4 all the way to Garten of Banban 0.
How about 5,
During
Ty?
the
You got any
climax
behind-the-scenes
of
info?
Garten of Banban 4, the player witnesses BITTERGIGGLE achieve his goal of making Queen Bouncelia laugh, but not before his massive pet Kittysaurus and a mutated little beak engage in an intense fight. This all takes place within the Queen's throne room. But what if I told you that this entire sequence was originally going to be very different from what it ended up being?
Okay.
Normally, the player gets trapped by BITTERGIGGLE, escapes, and returns to the kingdom to find Sheriff Toadster has been knocked out and that BITTERGIGGLE and Kittysaurus have infiltrated the throne room.
Yep.
Yeah, and chaos ensues from there.
Got
In the
naughty ones and
original
all that,
version
yeah.
of the script, the player would return to the kingdom after escaping BITTERGIGGLE's entrapment to find the entire kingdom in shambles.
Oh,
Glancing upwards, the player would see Sheriff Toadster and Little Beak hiding on an elevated platform, warning the
Interesting.
player that
Kinda reminds me
BITTERGIGGLE
of
and his army have
Poppy
made their
Playtime.
way into the kingdom. This army that they mentioned would have consisted of both Kittysaurus and Kamataki and Tamataki, instead of
Whoa.
just Kittysaurus as it is in the final version. BITTERGIGGLE, Kittysaurus, and Kamataki and Tamataki would then notice the player, the sheriff, and Little Beak, and Kamataki and Tamataki would shoot their projectiles at Little Beak, causing the poor bird to, once again, fall into the Jivanian barrel.
And then, yeah.
It would then emerge as the mutated Little Beak and would engage in a similar fight with both
all of
Kamataki and
them.
Tamataki and Kittysaurus.
Okay.
The queen would then exit her throne room to check out the loud noise, only for BITTERGIGGLE to climb on a higher platform,
This is
jump on her
cool.
back, and
Wait,
scream his joke into
He
her
was gonna
ear,
ride
causing
Queen
her to laugh.
Bouncelia?
You would then escape with Sheriff Toadster, leaving the chaos behind.
Holy.
This version of the script had to be altered because it felt too messy.
It
Let us
was
know in
getting
the comments
confusing, I'm
below
not gonna
which
lie.
version of the ending of Garten of Banban 4 you think was cooler.
I think
At a
that might have been
certain
cool,
point
though.
In Garten of Banban 6,
I wanna see
you're
her- I wanna
tasked
see him
with
ride her.
protecting BITTERGIGGLE from the naughty ones from a high platform as he
Yes.
tries to fix the office
Wow, I
door from a
completely
lower
forgot
and
about
darker
this. It's been
part
so
of the area.
long.
But what if I told you that this
Whoa.
minigame was originally going to be completely different? The
Okay.
main thread of this sequence
Yeah.
was originally not the naughty ones at all. Instead, it was a never-before-seen version of Sheriff Toadster.
Oh, show us,
the
show us, show us.
Modified Sheriff Toadster.
Notified?
From the safety of the
What?
upper, more lit area, you would control a light that would keep BITTERGIGGLE safe as long as he stays within it as he navigated below.
Oh, I want to see
Except
this
the
Sheriff
modified
Toadster.
sheriff would eagerly wait for BITTERGIGGLE to stray too far from the light and snatch him.
Ah!
And then snatch you. Before the mechanics
that
of this
would've been
minigame
cool.
could be developed further, the Euphoric brothers agreed that keeping
Naughty
the
ones.
sheriff's fate unknown following the kidnapping of Banbalina would make for a better narrative.
Yeah, that he hadn't been,
It would
we
also
didn't know that
take
he had
away
already been
much
turned.
of the naughty
I got
one's
it.
screen time, which
Yeah,
needed to be
that's-
established
that's
as
true,
a
that's true,
serious
that's
threat in the dark. And thus, the sequence was altered to what it is today, protecting
Man,
BITTERGIGGLE
I
from hordes
totally
of giant
forgot
leeches that
this.
despise the light. But what about scrapped sequences that are actually referenced in the game by BITTERGIGGLE but are never shown?
What?
Well, we
Really?
have the first example of that in Garten of
Interesting.
Banban 0, where
Okay.
while tied to his bed, BITTERGIGGLE
yeah.
mentions strong earthquakes that broke something in the room.
They left me here tied to
Yeah.
the bed, and with all these earthquakes, something broke.
Oh,
The
yeah, I thought-
tranquilizing gas is leaking.
This
yeah.
line was in reference to a series of events that were scrapped from Garten of Banban 0.
Really?
Now, every now and then, a strong earthquake would shake
Oh.
everything and everyone, with characters commenting on it after it happens.
That would have been cool.
These earthquakes were supposed to serve as
Ramamba.
foreshadowing for Ramamba, which would have been the
I'm saying it
source
wrong. It's
behind these
Ramamba.
earthquakes.
I like Ramamba
However,
better.
since Ramamba was already contained in a cell, it would have been a little hard to believe that they can cause
Why not?
earthquakes
The thing is
that strong
humongous.
from that cell.
You think?
So
I don't know.
ultimately, the earthquakes were scrapped altogether, leaving behind this little reference as an homage to what could have been. I'm actually recording
like
this
it. Wait,
episode before Garten of Banban 0 drops, so
Well, that's
this is actually
confusing.
the first that I've learned that the earthquakes had to be cut. So that's exciting. But wait, bear with me while I feed this hungry snake. Stay tuned for the next
Oh, that's
episode
it!
of the Banban
Bro, that went
Chronicles,
fast!
where the secrets and history of another
Who's next?
character
Who's next?
will
Who's
be
next? You gonna
revealed.
tell us? You gonna tell us? You gonna
Comment
tell us?
down below which character you want to learn more about next, and keep on banbanning.
I think I want to see next. I want to see like Captain Fiddles. It'll be like 26 seconds long. It'll just be a YouTube short.